Yeah. And I won't go too in detail on this situation, but I think too what shaped this narrative. It was a guy named D. Haven, who was childhood friends with Jay-Z. You know, of course, Jay-Z has always talked about how he was in the street business, right, as a youngin'. And D. Haven was the guy that kind of put him into the business, right, the street business. And they have a whole documentary, right? It's on YouTube that you can actually watch, Made in Marcy. That's what it's called, Marcy Projects in Brooklyn.
It's a new documentary?
No, it's been around a while.
Okay.
And I actually watched it. Matter of fact, me and my mom watched it together. Okay. And my mom actually used to like a lot of what Jay-Z did, but when she kind of seen the documentary, she was kind of like, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because when you started to hear like D. Haven, how this was his childhood friend, kind of put him into the street business, really looked out for him when they was growing up in the projects, even coming out the projects. And, you know, D. Haven got into some trouble and stuff like that, but Jay-Z kind of blew up and just left D. Haven behind. And kind of started to act like he don't know the guy no more, know his family no more. D. Haven's mom came on a documentary, was talking about Jay-Z used to come over to their house and, you know, hang out, eating and stuff, you know, as kids and stuff like how we grew up, Bree, same thing. And like to this day, Jay-Z don't even hardly mess with him. And I think it's because Jay-Z was kind of trying to say D. Haven, I think, was a rat, quote unquote. But that I haven't seen any proof of anything like that on my behalf. But yeah, so I think people kind of see those situations, then the Dame Dash situation, and like I said, the Colin Kaepernick, and then some other situations too. Yeah. When it comes to the capitalist mentality, they believe when it comes to Jay, you know.
Yeah. Just now at the same time, what we can't not say, he might just be a dirty nigga. It's a lot of dirty niggas out here. Niggas get rich. Yeah. You just a dirty nigga, and it's okay. Yeah. You feel me? You ain't gotta with me. Yeah. You got rich, and just your lane just took off. Yeah. You did great. Yeah. But you're still a dirty nigga. But I'm not saying I don't know. I don't know the situation. Yeah. But I know dirty niggas they got big bread. Yeah. Do very well for themselves. But if you ask me to goddamn my opinion on them, well, he ain't shit. Yeah. He ain't shit because I know what he would do for $1. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know Jay-Z to say that, then grow up with him, none of that, but you know, all these are stories and his story, that story, but it is dirty niggas out here. Yeah. And then, you know, of course the conversation we've had as well off camera, when they talk about the hard questions, they feel like Jay-Z is avoiding having the harder conversations about, you know, there's been allegations come out over these last years about him potentially having a son. Oh. Right? He's never really spoken about it in an interview. Right? And then on top of that as well, the whole Epstein situation going on right now, his name popping up in those files. In this GQ conversation, no questions was asked about any of that. Yeah. It's kind of like he's just ignoring that. And Jay-Z know this information is out. Let's come on. Yeah. He got a PR team. He got a, like, you know the conversations that's happening online. But I'll let you go ahead and speak, bro. Yeah, so to that, with the Jay-Z situation, like I said, I like Jay-Z growth in the music. When it comes to the music, exactly. You know, I love to see the growth. Yeah. And don't nobody show bigger growth than Jay-Z in that music. Right. You know what I mean? Exactly. I agree. 100%. And I think that's the only way he's able to be undone what he done in his lane. Right. At the same time though, everybody got their good and bad. You know what I mean? He's done a lot of good. He's helped a lot of people. That's what we can't take away. Oh yes. You know what I mean? Yes. We can't say that he helped a lot of people. Majority of the guys that was with him besides the D. Haven situation, and Dame Dash and stuff like that. But the other guys that's been with him from the beginning, they still working with Roc Nation right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I will give him that. And then not only that, like a lot of other artists that he's helped out on the management side with Roc Nation. Ooh, I just thought about something.
Yeah, so I'll give him that. You know.
Think about this. Me and you, we here right now doing this, right? Right. You remember back in the days with this music shit, how many niggas was hating on you? Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. And now when we become goddamn 100 millionaire, 200 millionaire, how many niggas gonna have some bad shit to say about you? Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Not saying if it's true or false. We don't know. Yeah. But you feel me? Right. It's just, I'm here
and you're here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I can't say if it's true or false because that ain't my life. But between me and you, when we get here, and if somebody throwing rocks up here at us, we go. Are we really concerned about these rocks?
Yeah.
Nigga, this is a tank.
Yeah.
You throwing rocks at a tank.
Yeah.
You ain't really with me.
Because that's how it was when we was in the entertainment.
That's what I'm saying. That's what made me think about it.
It was some people that
That's what I'm saying.
crack jokes on us.
That's what I'm
when we was
saying.
attempting to get in the business. And
You
I never
think
forget.
the joke's gonna stop when they get there?
And I never forget, Bree, when I did Future at Secrets, right? When I promoted him and he came through my party and he was still in the beginning stages of his career at the time. Boy, my phone was going crazy the next day of people, and some of the same people that clowned us in the
I
beginning
know it.
was calling my phone asking for favors just because they seen I was doing business with Future at that time. Yeah, so I can agree with you. That happens.
So it's. I feel like just devil's advocate. It's two sides of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This could be true. This could be true.
Yeah.
But we don't know because it ain't me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This is all them folks and they business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And I don't really too much.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There we go, bro. Hello, this is G Bass, Rise of the 1%, Rise Media. We on this Saturday evening about to get ready to knock out some podcast episodes with some individuals here in the city of Atlanta making some big moves. You can see here, look, this is how it goes down. Here when our guests come and sit down with myself, G Bass, otherwise the 1% of Rise Media, to have that conversation, to share the story, share the journey, share what you got going on. So listen, everybody got a story, everybody got a journey, and then you got some things going on, then you definitely can get with us and see if it'll be a fit to be on the Rise of 1% podcast and actually have that discussion with myself. It's going to be a link to a form for you to fill out. You said www.theriseof1%.com/pod form. Again, www.theriseof1%.com/pod form. It's going to be in this video. You can fill that out. And we can see if it'll be a fit for you to come on and have that conversation with myself. If you don't fill out the form, then obviously it's not for you, and that's fine. We're looking for those that's serious. Those that's serious about rising to the top 1% are already in the 1%. That's what we're looking to sit down with myself right here. As you can see, Rise Media, Rise of the 1%. This is how we get down. We have a great time and have a lot of fun doing it. So once again, if you're serious, make sure you fill out the form. We'll look over the form, see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, we'll reach out. If not, we won't reach out. We'll just continue to move forward. But with that said, this is G Bass. See you soon. Have a great one on purpose.